So I need to know, how many times a week are you hitting legs? Are you skipping leg day? And how are you breaking down your leg day split? One, 2, 3, 4, and we have a 60. It's no debate, it's real weights. Fucking sweating again. This place is awesome, man, look. Cable column, Aerodyne, Ski Erg, Woodway treadmill, nice motivational quote, lead, kettlebells, dumbbells that go up to 100, bunch of weights, squat bar. We got the nice little in-body scanner in here. Be able to track our progress as time goes on. So after we finish foam rolling, I like doing some banded side steps, wake those glutes up. A lot of people are always complaining of lower back pain. A lot of times, it's because they're lifting and they're not activating their glutes. They're not hinging properly. Their glutes aren't warmed up, so that motion's coming from their back and not their hips. So it's really important to make sure that you're getting a nice warm up, but a dynamic warm up. So a warm up that's gonna open your hips up while getting everything firing and everything activated. You can even do this stuff as body weight and not bands. If you've never done it before, then my glutes are already on fire. It's so funny because this has changed my perspective of working out so much. For example, a lot of times we're just focused on bicep curl, squat, deadlift, everything from the sagittal plane, or if you're looking at someone from the side, motion occurring from the side. Now you can see I'm warming up, stretching my adductors. This motion's in the frontal plane. You know, I want to do rotational plane movements. I want to do frontal plane movements and sagittal plane movements. All sorts of different things that are gonna make you a well-rounded client, make you train like an athlete, because we are athletes of life. And we want to make sure that we're training, keeping up with our power, keeping up with our strength, keeping up with our muscle mass. First you lose power, fast twitch muscle, then you lose strength and you get weaker, and then you lose muscle mass. So someone could have a lot of muscle mass on them, but they don't have that power and they're not able to move their body in fast twitch manners. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm pretty much done with this warm up here. Everything's feeling good, back's feeling good. I'm gonna go over to the Blaze Pods, do a little cognition and focus and some power with the ball slam. So these Blaze Pods are super sick. They're for focus and agility and quickness, and there's so many different apps and programming and games that you can do on it. It's all new to me. I'm just gonna do what's called a hip swivel. So I'm gonna be standing here, light feet, whatever side it blinks. I'm gonna move my hip towards. Red light, I don't go. So 30 seconds, here we go. I'm doing fast feet while making sure my brain's working. So ball slams. This is working. We're getting the heart rate up. Let me turn my Whoop on. Let it know I'm working out. It's proper warm up. Then we go into our power and cognition. Look at that. I'm at 133 already. Getting ready to hit some legs. I got my essential amino acids. Let's do it. All right. 16 pounds. Oh, shit. And we're gonna kind of do this leg workout as like a conditioning leg workout. So I'm gonna pretty much superset everything. Oh, it's gonna be way too high. Let me drop it down one. So we're gonna get the quads warmed up by doing this, and we're gonna superset it with reverse backpedaling. All right, enough of this soft music. Put on some real shit. It's leg day, you can't be listening to that stuff. We are live. Nice warm-up set. I'm in my barefoot shoes, so this shit actually is really hard. So I can make it a lot easier, but I wanna really blast my quads. I just wanna let it be known, other than pulling the sled on the turf, everything I'm doing today, you can even probably do at home or in a hotel gym, so stop making excuses, right? Split squats, getting your foot up. Like, yo, you can do body weight, put your foot up on the step, and really control the eccentric. If you're controlling that stretch of the quad, you're gonna get sore, you're gonna stimulate the muscle, and you're gonna get stronger. If you got a couple pound dumbbells, you can always add it as well. So, I don't wanna hear those excuses. No, we gotta do more weight. I want 100% of the weight on my front knee. Eccentric, slow, 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 slow. Hold it, explode up. Slow, slow, slow. Just so there's no debate. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we had a 60. There's no debate, it's real weights. Fucking sweating again. Low and slow, like a brisket. Heel, so when we walk, it's heel to toe. This is toe to heel. Oh yeah. Listen, always ask yourself, what can I do to make it harder? Make sure you're like properly hydrating. Make sure you're taking a proper rest. Wow. It's good stuff. We got one more set. We're gonna do the 60s and then drop the weight to do body weight. Absolutely blast the quads. One more backwards pedal. And then we're gonna do some heel elevated goblet squats to really make sure that we're squatting, knee dominant movement, but we're blasting our quads. When you're hitting leg day and you gotta put the right music on to get into the zone, what exactly are you choosing? Heavy metal, screamo, hardcore rap, EDM. Some people like me, I like to go psychopath sometimes and just do no music and just silence, and just the demons in my head are the reason I can go ahead and crush legs. I'm on the run. Funny enough, this tried to leave. Coming along for the ride, buddy. So I need to know, how many times a week are you hitting legs? Are you skipping leg day? And how are you breaking down your leg day split? What I do is I do quad focused, and then I do a glute and hamstring focus. So one day is more of a quad focused front squat, knee dominant movement. One day is more of hip dominant movement, hinging, glute bridges, straight leg deadlifts, hamstring curls, that kind of stuff. So let me know what you guys are doing for your leg workouts. This 2-day-a-week split is great because like my quads will be cooked, bro. Like absolutely cooked. And then they're still like a little sore when I'm doing my hamstring day. But like, I'm not using my quads for that, you know? So Feels good. Goblet squats. I'm doing it with my heels elevated. The reason is not because I have poor range of motion in my ankles. It's because if more of my weight is on my toes, it's forcing me to bend more at my knees than at my hips, which is really gonna force me to blow my quads out. So that's the reason for the heel elevated. You can do it on top of like 10-pound little plates, anything you like. Notice how I'm not just dropping. I gotta hurt. It's stretch, 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 hold, squeeze. You know me, I got a superset. I'll just do backward lunges. Again, I'm not dropping. I want my knee to gracefully hit the turf. Control, 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 control. Slow it up. I go through psychotic music phases throughout a workout. Sometimes I like it blasting. Sometimes I just like silence. I just like to work out to my own thoughts. Sounds crazy, but try it. If you have issues holding the weight up here, you can always do like a sumo. This is gonna focus more on glutes, adductors. Today's goblet squat day. Some of you guys are spending like 2 hours in the gym. If you lock the fuck in and focus on pushing yourself till failure, and you're tracking your weights, and you're progressively overloading, bro, you'll just need like 45 to 60 minutes tops. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time, bro. Sitting there, tweedling your thumbs, not even sweating. I mean, listen, if you got 3 hours to just mess around and hang out in the gym, and then you're like, I'm not even sore, probably time to start pointing the thumb. I'm just here trying to help, man. So I am doing all of this with these fire Vivo barefoot shoes. If I wasn't, I'd be doing this all barefoot. I just like feeling the ground when I do legs and squatting. But these are wide toe box, full flexibility in these shoes. So I really like training legs in them. I like walking in them. You gotta build up tolerance to wearing barefoot shoes like this though. So Vivo barefoot. We spent up on these a little bit, but what I did is I actually bought some cheaper ones on Amazon, some barefoot shoes. They're kind of like water shoes, scuba shoes kind of, just to try them out, see how I liked it before spending up, and I love them. I feel like my calves are getting a little bigger. My feet feel amazing. So, food for thought. Let me know, when you train legs, do you use barefoot shoes? Do you use no shoes at all? Or you just using Nikes? I did my InBody 2 months ago. So I got the actual amount of muscle mass in each leg. And we're gonna see how much muscle mass I can put on in my legs. I had 2 eggs, 200 grams of egg whites, 4 ounces of ground chicken, Cholula, a nice piece of sourdough toast, 2 clementines, pre-workout, probably like 2 hours because I had to train a client before, and had a cup of coffee, and now I'm here. Just had my amino acids, a protein shake after, and some clementines, thinking about food the whole time. And then when you really push yourself sometimes during legs, you like don't want to eat. Like I'm at the point where it's like, oh, I really pushed myself. You know when like you work out really hard and you're like not hungry after? In terms of calf raises, obviously, there's no calf machine in here, so we gotta get creative. I think I'm gonna stack a couple of these, hold some dumbbells, work on my grip strength, while working on my calves. There's always a way, guys. There's always a way to get shit done. Doing calves in barefoot shoes is way harder than doing calves normally. Single leg. It's all about, obviously weight matters a lot, but really, you gotta stimulate the muscle. Bang these out. Or honestly, I'll probably do calves tomorrow when I start my chest workout. You can still get a good pump just by doing calf raises standing. So what I like doing, I like finishing with something that's really, really hard. So I'm gonna do a circuit. I'm gonna do the ab wheelie. I'm gonna do as high elevated step ups as I can do. I'm not focusing on eccentric. I'm not focusing on tempo. I'm just focusing on exploding up. And then I'm gonna do 5 calorie bursts on the assault bike. Wish me luck. Strong core and strong glutes are the foundation of every single movement that you do. If you have a weak core, you're gonna have back pain. If you have weak glutes, you're probably gonna have back pain. Everything needs to be equal and opposite. So if you're training core, but you're not training your glutes, think about it. The thing that's really cool about this, look, I'm completely at my end range of motion, completely flexed. So really, extending. When it's at full stretch, and I'm gonna explode, think about how strong that's gonna make my joints. And it's gonna help me not be prone to injury because I'm putting force at end range. That shit's super important, man. Remember, when you're training core, it's bracing. So we're moving at our spine and we're not really hinging at our hips. You've been noticing I do a lot of single leg stuff. If you have any sort of muscular imbalances, or you feel like you favor one side, it's really important to do isolated. So you can build that mind-muscle connection with each side, train them individually, and then you train them together. We only get one shot at this. Make it count. I used to just do meathead stuff. I'm doing more functional movement. I'm trying to train like an athlete, doing these kind of stuff, because I know it's gonna help me in the long term. You know, I'm stretching more. I'm doing more cardio. I'm doing more core. I'm doing more power stuff I thought I would never be doing. Last one. Finish strong. I'll do 10 calories. I will do 10 calories. That's it. We are done. It's about 12 o'clock on a Friday. What I want to do is I'm going to stretch, let my heart rate go down a little bit. I'm going to have protein shake, 2 clementines, going to get a haircut, go home, have about 8 ounces of grilled chicken breast, 150 grams of rice, start my cut about 2 months. So I'm a little more loose right now with my diet, enjoying the holidays, spending time with my family. Exercise. As long as you're exercising properly, you can kind of get away with a little wiggle room in your diet, because make sure you're exercising, make sure you're not going over calories. If you know you got a big meal coming up, Christmas party for work, you know, going to your uncle's house for Christmas Eve, have a light breakfast. Make sure you get a workout in definitely. Whether it's walking, running, hiking, doing a ruck, getting some weights in, something, 30 minutes, get your heart rate up, get your body moving. Have something light, have a piece of fruit, have a protein shake. And then it's like, well, I didn't really eat much today. I got a workout in. Bro, it's Christmas. I'm going to enjoy myself, have a little piece of cheesecake or whatever. And then you do it, you work out the next day, and you feel like you got even more energy. So just be mindful as you're doing these kind of things. Hope you guys all enjoyed this content. There'll be a lot more content coming from this studio here. This was more of a strength conditioning day, but we're going to do a VO2 max test soon. Show you guys what it's all about. We're going to run through a full assessment. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're commenting below any questions, problems, concerns. Hit the subscribe button, please. It would mean so much to me. And have a great day, everyone. God bless. I love you guys. Talk soon.